Just days before Christmas, a silent night erupts into hellfire.
The house was just on fire at the time. Nobody knew what was inside.
It's a blaze of the cruelest kind.
I was shocked, absolutely shocked, in disbelief.
A horrible tragedy or intentional evil.
I have a feeling it was more a crime of passion.
Then out of the ashes, a faint sound of hope.
I kept hearing a ringing in the living room. It wasn't a smoke detector.
Will there be a Christmas miracle?
This is not just something you forget. You can't forget it.
Christmas in Gainesville, Florida wasn't going to be snowy, but for 6-year-old Kira Radcliffe and her mom Heather, it was still going to be perfect.
She was all excited about Christmas in the house and getting a Christmas tree.
Bob Radcliffe says after years of struggling as a single mom, his baby sister Heather was finally on the right path.
She made sure that Kira had what Kira needed.
Heather had a good job. She was the big boss to a mostly male crew of tree trimmers for a local company.
She would complain every once in a while, like everybody does, about work.
Some of the guys didn't like being ordered around by a 28-year-old woman, but Heather was tough on the job and determined to make a better life for little Kira, starting with the holidays. Heather and Kira have just returned home with their Christmas tree. They need some extra muscle to carry it inside, so they leave it strapped to Heather's pickup truck and head inside with their dog. What happens behind those closed doors over the next 8 hours remains a mystery.
Absolutely no indication that there were problems within her life at all.
Around 6:30 in the morning, Heather's neighbor spots raging flames shooting out of Heather's roof and calls for help. Her sister Maria lives a mile away and woke up to the sirens.
I knew something right there and then, that something was wrong. And I didn't know what it was, but there was a gut feeling.
And I received a page for a house fire.
When veteran fire investigator Kelly DeRosmo arrives, she fears that if anyone is still inside, they won't make it out alive.
I just said, wow.
She finds it strange that the fire broke out in the middle of the night. The front door is unlocked.
I could still see smoke coming from the attic space, but a huge hole was in that right above the bedroom area.
Still, early on, everyone believes it's nothing more than a tragic accident.
The initial belief was that it was potentially an electrical fire.
But something wasn't adding up.
Things didn't appear as they seemed.
There was one massive fire, but 2 ignition points.
Heather Radcliffe's bedroom was a separately set fire.
The house is completely gutted. Then a moment of hope.
I kept hearing a ringing in the living room. It wasn't a smoke detector, wasn't a burglary alarm.
DeRosmo stops in her tracks when she hears a faint sound of life coming from the other room.
Over and over and over again. Kind of eerie, because it's dead silent in there.
Up next, is there any way Kira and her mom made it out alive?
She was trying to call someone.
And out of the ashes comes the face of evil.
The person became a monster at that point in time.
I could still see smoke coming from the attic space, but a huge hole was in that right above the bedroom area.